is there a message that you would, in this talking about journey of giants and being in the shadow, is there a message that you as a stepfather, would share with your kids to, the message that you'd send to them?
Yeah, I also got to tell you, I have 9 grandchildren.
Oh my gosh. So
I'm now part of a multi-generational thing without any genetics involved in it. But it was very cute. I have a 14-year-old granddaughter. And over the weekend, her and I had back-to-back mani-pedis with each other. And it was so delightful just to be there for her. And to hear her curiosity about me, curiosity about the book.
Yep.
But also to hear about her playing soccer.
Yeah.
And her own, and it's allowing that space for those special moments.
I love it. You use the word curious, which I think is the most powerful word that is overlooked, in my opinion, that I've learned through the last few years. Learn to get curious. Get curious about your spouse and what she's saying or he's saying. Get curious about your grandchildren, about your children, and ask the questions that show that you care, right? And that probably, yeah, I can imagine if, we're asking, why does that matter? Why is that important to you? Or what did you learn from that? And we got curious about these things. It probably gives that space for the growth and that they're going through in their journey in your shadow. I mean, think about that. Your grandchildren are gonna be sitting there saying, my grandfather wrote a book. How do I live up to somebody who wrote a book?
Yeah.
And so that journey of being curious and thinking through, good questions and just being there for them, like you said, being with them. Go do a mani-pedi with your grand. allow for that to happen. I love that. Jamie, I just want to say thank you. This has been awesome. The Quest for Legitimacy is available on Amazon and all of the other spaces out there, that you can purchase a book. And then, I know that you and Russ are also doing some talks. So like, if you're listening to this and you wanted to have a more in-depth conversation, or to have Russ and Jamie, or either one or the other, to lead a discussion for your family or for your business, and whatever the case may be, if some of the family business centers might be interested, you go out to their website. I think it's thequestforlegitimacy.com is the website to be able to find Jamie and Russ in these conversations. Thank you so much for your time.
God, this has been a treat. I got to learn about you and not just talk about me, which is always a beautiful thing. So thank you for the opportunity.
The one thing my wife wants to, sometimes she'd like to take the proverbial hook and get me off stage. I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I'm vulnerable, and I've made lots of mistakes, and I've done some good things. And so the only thing I have is the experience that I went through with my family. And it's probably one of the things that drives me most, is that I made mistakes as a parent. I made mistakes as a son. I watched mistakes being made in the family, but there's also, if you look at the scale of justice, so to speak, there's way more good that has happened through all those things. But I definitely want to make sure that, all of the bad stuff, that as much as I can, to the degree that I can, I want to let my kids know that there were some things that, you don't have to do it that way. There's a better way of doing it. And as Jay says, I want to be an elder, not an older.
Love it.
and so, I will always be learning, and I will always be curious. And And it's not my place to determine their journey, right? And so this conversation for me just has been super awesome, because I have not read the book yet. I'm going to read the book so that I can take the experiences that you've had from these other families and be able to apply it to my own family and how we do things. And then obviously the families that we serve. So,
Absolutely. And you understand both the balance between financial wealth, and that it's about a lot more than that. And that's really, it's a beautiful lesson.
you know, and I know I'm over the time a little bit, but I just want to say, I've asked this question to people all the time. We really, at the end of the day, you've got three things. You have your physical wealth, your assets, right? You've got your values and how you live your life. And then you've got the knowledge of how you put all of that stuff together. And I'm sure there's some people would, throw in, where's the relationships in there? Where's the social and all those things? But if you just looked at it as three assets that we carry inside of ourselves, knowledge, values, and, financial assets, wealth, if you could only pick two to give to your children, which two are you giving them? And I would say, way over 90% say, well, I'm giving them my values and knowledge. But where do we put our financial assets? We always spend our time and our money on the financial assets and how we're going to move those over to the kids. And we really should be taking some time and some money to invest in how are we transitioning the knowledge and the values. And we should be investing in those things, since that's what's really important to all of us.
Boy, we could talk a lot more about that, but you just said a mouthful, and thank you for the gift.
Yeah, Jamie, I'm so glad that we did this. I'm so glad to share this with the world. Everybody grab a copy of The Quest for Legitimacy and enjoy. Jamie Weiner, I really appreciate your time today. My name is Michael Columbus. This has been the Family Biz Show. I'm in Rochester, New York with Family Wealth and Legacy, and we can't wait to have you listen in on the next episode. Have a great day, everybody.